All right, welcome back to another tough episode of Between the Vines. We are down here in South Jersey at Salem Oak Vineyard. Beautiful place, a lot of history and story. I've been sitting here soaking it all in for like the last 10 minutes, and it's much more exciting than what we had to witness last night.
Yeah. Last night was brutal to watch. Let's go ahead and pour some.
Let's start drinking.
Just so that we can go ahead and get into it.
Yeah. So our first cheers, because we are going to cheers to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because we're in the playoffs at least for a week.
We're in the playoffs. Yeah.
So this is a Chardonnay. It is the Ada Louise, and just a little tidbit about the winery here is every wine is named after a family member of the family that owns the vineyard. So the Ada Louise, you'll see a little medical thing here because I believe she was a first responder to a burn unit at Crozer Medical for a lot of years. Also, one of the proprietors here is a chocolate maker, so we have a chocolate pairing to do along the way today. We're excited.
Yeah, we need all of this.
Yeah.
We need all of this.
Need the sugar.
Yeah.
We're just like depressed people here, just alcohol and sugar.
Yeah, we need all of that today. Because let's just
Hey, so this is gonna be tasty. Cheers to the playoffs.
Cheers to the playoffs. Regular season being over with. All right, there we go. Very fruity. Very fruitful.
That's tasty.
Yeah.
It is crisp. Mm-hmm. It's light.
It is.
Are we supposed to eat the white chocolate with this one? Yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Right.
So
I'm a huge white chocolate fan.
Yeah, I like white chocolate.
I don't even know that you can really call it chocolate though. Can you?
What else would you call it?
There's no cocoa in it.
Okay.
Is there? It's like butter. It's like a butter candy.
Oh, look at that. Look at you. You're a chocolatier.
Chocolatier without the double boiler.
Yeah, look at the chocolate knowledge on you. That was
Wow,
awesome.
that's really good.
Yeah, it does. It does
Let's
change
smooth
it.
that out. Trey already finished. We can go ahead and fill them up again. Fill it up again.
All right. So now, let's get into it.
Let's go ahead and hear from our presenting sponsor.
Okay, yeah, there we go. All right.
And then we'll get into it.
Okay,
I'm going to
cool.
pour you a little bit more.
All right,
too.
cool. Thank you.
Let's face it, we've all posted things we regret. That's why we created LifeBrand. LifeBrand connects all of your social media accounts and then scans them for potentially compromising posts. With just a few clicks, you can delete old, potentially harmful social media posts so they're gone for good. It's fast, easy, and protects your privacy. Stay in control of your online reputation. Visit lifebrand.life today.
All right. Okay.
But why are you so upset? Because you know what? Expectations breed disappointment.
Yes.
And I feel like you have really low expectations.
I had.
You already said they were going to get worked by Tyrod Taylor.
I did last week.
We both agreed on that.
Yeah, I did say last week that Tyrod Taylor was going to, if he was healthy, would walk up and down the field on them, which he did.
Man, when DeVito came back in the game, I was like, so you're saying there's a chance?
We got a chance. Cutlets is back in the game. We have a chance.
And Tyrod said, nah.
I'm going to shake this off. Whatever's going on with my thumb.
I am a warrior.
I'm going to shake this off.
What year is this for him?
Who? I don't know. He's
Right,
been around.
like
They
13,
named all the
12,
teams
13,
that he's played for. You know, it's been several teams. I think, 5 or 6 teams that he's played for. But here's my problem with this game. You know, my problem with this game is that, leading up into this week, there was a lot of conversation about the energy that was going to go into this game. Hey, we're going to go out there. This needs to be a prove-it game. We're going to go out there. All the vibes are high. All of this was being presented that we're going to go out there and give it our best effort.
The starters are going to play.
Starters are going to play.
We're not in a position where we can just sit around and watch this.
Exactly. Everybody needs to come out here. We need to go and win this game. All of the little cliche stuff that's going on. And then as I'm watching this game, the quote that came to mind is Mike Tyson. Everybody has a plan until you get punched in the face. Yeah. And this team came out and got punched in the face and laid down.
Jalen messed his finger up.
Yeah, Jalen
was like, the starters thing was a bad idea.
A.J. Brown on his first target, catches a pass, goes down, boom, he's done. Done for the rest of the season. Rest of the game. Well, yeah, that's rest of the
regular season.
Rest of the regular season, you're done. First target, first catch, you're done. And then afterwards, they showing him he's outside of the locker room, handshaking everybody, high-fiving, hey, guys. You know what, man? As a player, if you go down like that, put him on crutches. Put a brace on him, something.
Make
just
it look like he's really, really bad.
Make it look like, you know what, it was an injury. Don't make it look like he just, hey, man, it wasn't really that bad. You know, I probably could have came out there and battled with you guys. You know, nah, I'm done.
I'll just ride it out until playoffs.
Yeah, I'm done. I shut it down. And never.
Do you think he said that, or do you think the coaches were like, you know what, dude, it's getting too risky. Just head on in the locker room.
Well, then that's a problem. That's a problem, even if it's the coaches. To me, man, and maybe I'm a little too old school for this right here, but dog, in the 12 years that I played in the NFL, never was I pulled for a game when we were getting our ass kicked.
No.
Regardless of what was going on the next week, if we were going into the playoffs, I have never, in 12 years that I played in the NFL, have I ever been pulled from a game when we were getting our ass kicked. And you got beat 24-0 going into the half.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like you were just, hey, man, we even went to half. Now, if the score was reversed and we were out there destroying the Giants like that, all right, yeah, pull the starters. Pull them, because it's over now. But you out there getting your ass kicked 24-0 and you pull the starters. So if you're saying, hey, we're going to fight, and then you pull them.
We're going to fight until the fight goes the wrong direction.
Yeah. So how are you going to change that mindset? It's a lot of false enthusiasm that goes into the game, and then once it gets hard, everybody starts looking for a soft patch of grass to lay down in.
Well, the thing that really irked me was, watching Kelsey walk around on the sidelines. He obviously didn't look happy. And I know a lot of the players are going to come out and be like, yeah, well, the players got to do a better job. Might be so. But I just felt like they weren't given a very good opportunity for possibly their last game as an Eagle. Like, you got a bunch of guys out there that might be their last regular season as an Eagle. And I don't think the players didn't have the energy they needed. But I also don't think they were put in the right. Dude, just taking them out after they got down a little bit is not the right mind frame to have.
No, not at all. But like you said, I don't think the energy was right from jump. I think that, New York came out there and they played with their hair on fire, and this team did not match the energy. There were a couple blitzes that came out of there. Even the first blitz that came out of there where Jalen Hurts got sacked, where they brought the safety off the left side, there was a lot of window dressing with that blitz. And to me, when I go back and I look at it, and I was like, man, you know what? That was a nasty blitz, but it could have been picked up. Oh man, they brought 7 people challenging it. I'm like, no, dude, they brought 6. But when you go back and you look at blocking schemes, and you have 3 guys blocking only 2 rushers, and then somebody comes free on the other side, that's a misidentification. So that means that it either wasn't talked about, or they just caught you with your pants down, and here you go with a clean blitzer coming through clean, and you had no answer for it. And then they had hot routes even built into it, but they covered the hot routes.
Right.
So there was no answer. So now you think that, all right, hey, we're going to correct all of this going into the game, even though the Tampa Bay Buccaneers only beat the Carolina Panthers 9-0, but they're going into the playoffs with a win. We're going into the playoffs with just hurt feelings.
How many 2 straight losses? Was it 3? 2?
Well, we've lost, 5 out of the last 6, or whatever that number is.
Yeah, 5 out of the last 6.
So, we're going into the playoffs.
A historical season.
Yeah, we're going into the playoffs with hurt feelings.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not good. And I said it last week. I said, you know what? I don't think that this team is going to beat New York. And I think that when they go down into Tampa, I think that Tampa is going to go out there and they're going to blitz the hell out of it. And I don't know if they have the answers.
So we're not going to beat Baker Mayfield?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think right now this team is kind of like, all right, you know what? We're done. I just don't want to get hurt. I don't want to have surgery at the end of the year.
Yeah, because I want to get out on vacation.
Yeah, let's get on out of here. I want to enjoy my offseason.
No, dude, the Giants were looking forward to enjoying their offseason. They were playing like they got nothing left.
Yeah.
They were like, we're going to come out here and just give it our all because I'm heading to Cancun tomorrow or wherever they want to go.
Yeah, I'm going to get out of here. And then you got Pugh. Pugh, man, came from the
straight off the couch.
Straight off the couch. And had
yeah,
he had a solid season.
I think he did.
Straight off the couch.
If anything, he definitely ran a campaign that was like viable for another year, next year.
Yeah, why not?
Pick him up.
I thought he did good. I thought he had a solid.
He plays his cards right. He'd come straight off the couch after the preseason's done.
I thought he did. I thought he held his own. But to me, man, I just felt like when you look at offensively, there was no energy, there was no pop. I think that you just didn't have any answers with the blitz. Even though we started running the ball, you started seeing some movement with Gainwell, but then once you got behind the sticks and you didn't, then it ends up being 3rd and 8 or whatever, then boom, it's a problem. And then now you get the 3rd and 20. Get the 3rd and 20. Oh my God. And so we're like, all right, you know what? It's 3rd and 20. Who we go for? Because you don't have anybody else out there. So we go to Julio Jones, man. So what do you got? 6 yards?
Was that picking or no?
Yeah. Oh man, it was just. All right, let's hear
Finish
from
up there, bro.
Yeah,
Finish up
all right,
there.
yeah. All right, yeah.
We want to hear from Pino's real quick.
Yeah, let's hear from our sponsor, Pino's
All right.
Palate. Yeah.
So, what's the perfect night out? Any night spent at Pino's Palate. Pino's Palate. Paint, drink, have fun. Sign up online for your class today.
Next up is the Matisse. There's some baguettes on the label.
Okay.
I'm sure there's probably a story behind that.
Yeah.
We're also going to pair this with a
chocolate truffle.
chocolate truffle with
Yeah.
a nice ganache
Ganache.
in the middle.
Chocolate on chocolate.
It's going to make us just feel so indulgent and better.
Yeah, absolutely. I was supposed to be starting my fast today.
Oh, you doing a water thing?
No, it's like a church thing, but
okay.
where we try to abstain from,
Church wine.
abstain from wines and foods and certain
wine.
like that. But it started today, so I'm gonna push it back to the afternoon just so I can get through this.
They gave you clearance on that?
No,
You could have done the whole tasting spit thing.
no, because I need this right now to kind of help me get through this right now.
Yeah, you do.
Because right now I'm dealing with
We
some
didn't even
things.
cheers.
Huh?
We didn't even cheers on that first glass. You're so fired up.
we'll do it now. Okay,
Yeah.
so cheers, man.
Cheers to the playoffs.
Cheers to the
Maybe we
playoffs.
did cheers to the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, let's taste this
Wine
first.
first.
Wine first, then.
So yeah, this is the Matisse.
Yes.
It's a red table wine, and on the back,
Oh, so it's like a red blend? Oh, Cabernet.
on the back, there's a quote that says it's about the journey, and isn't that so true?
Yes, it is about the journey, man. It is about the journey. Oh my God.
Because the destination has been the Super Bowl, and if you're not enjoying the journey, you might not have any enjoyment this year.
Yeah, that is really good. I'm gonna try my truffle.
That is nice. Mm-hmm. There's a good body on it. Mm-hmm. I would say that's medium bodied. Mm-hmm. The winemaker's nodding. I think I hit it on the
And
head.
then when you pair it with the chocolate, man, it just changes it totally different. I really like this with the wine with the chocolates, giving it a whole different vibe.
There's black fruits in that I got going on.
Yeah. So, all right. Let's see, where can I go to this?
How many times have you watched the game?
I've watched it 3 times so far.
I watched it a fraction of one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I didn't watch the whole thing. Well, it was on the TV all night, but, at halftime, I was a little frustrated. Hold on, let me get this out of my mouth. Man, that is good. Those are good chocolates, too. That's a very good wine. I could drink that. I could drink a lot of that.
I am digging the wine with the chocolate. Isn't it?
The whole new world.
Yeah, the whole new world.
So my daughter brought down. You ever remember that game Trouble with the bubble
Yeah.
with the die in the middle? So she got for Christmas this Gabby's Dollhouse.
Okay.
Trouble game.
Uh-huh.
So she brought it down at halftime. I was like, "Hey, can we play this?" So I was just like, "Sure."
Yeah. Because I mean,
So
this game
hey,
is
you know
over.
what? We were victorious last night in Trouble.
Oh, okay.
I won.
Good job. That's right.
Whoop that ass.
That's right.
I'm the victor of the family.
Never let the kids get a win.
My son just doesn't handle defeat very well quite yet, though.
That's all right. It toughens the skin.
I want it to burn deep inside. Let that make you stronger.
Yeah. Let it hurt. Let it hurt. It's okay. You will grow from this.
But yeah, that's the kind of viewing I had last night.
Yeah.
'Cause I was pretty much into the first half, all disgusted, and then
Yeah. Well,
and then we went to family game night.
yeah. Well, because then now you get Mariota comes in the game, and his first throw. Oh, let's try to surprise him. What are we going to call? A bubble screen. Don't worry about it. Hey, you know what? We're going to catch them off guard. Mariota's going to come in the game. His first pass, they won't see this coming. Damn quarterback jumped it. Boom, interception.
Yeah.
I mean, first throw. INT, you just got in the game. I mean, you walked onto the field and gave the ball back.
I mean, Trey, it's pretty much on course. You know, like I don't feel like we expected much different at that point.
You know what? But yes, man, I expected a lot, man, coming into this game because you know,
I can hear that.
Because I really wanted the leadership on this team to turn the page and flip the switch.
Yeah, like Ray Lewis did with the Baltimore Ravens back in the day.
Something. Because I mean, everybody was talking about it. You know, AJ Brown did the whole, hey man, we're gonna players only meeting. We're gonna go do a what is it? Escape room. First of all, do you like escape rooms? Are you an escape room guy?
I actually love escape rooms.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm a puzzle guy.
Yeah,
So like I like to flex the brain once in a while.
That's cool. Like I went to one. I was
You
really
weren't
kind
into
of,
it.
nah.
You didn't get out.
No, you know what? I think we
Wouldn't be into it if you
it
didn't
was
get
because
out.
of the time. They kind of like they're like, all right, you know what?
That's the whole idea.
Yeah, you've been here long enough.
It's a time limit.
Yeah, let me out. You know, I'm done because I'm sitting up here trying to read all
Well,
the
that's
clues.
it's supposed to make you like panicky and then.
Yeah,
you know.
no, I'm good. Just let me out. You know, because this is not me.
Did you quit before the time was over? You just kind
I
of sat
think
in
I
a chair
kind
at
of
the
just
desk
melded
and you were
in.
like, all right.
Yeah, I just melded it in and just sat down.
Who were you
somewhere.
with?
I was with the missus and I think my kids. You know, they were trying to read some of the clues and all of that, and then I was just like, all right, I'm done.
So you didn't take charge once you got in there?
Nah, I was just kind of just sitting back because it's not really my thing, you know. But you know,
What don't you like about it? Like not being able to figure something out?
yeah, not being a fair
Being stumped?
Yeah, being stumped, and I was stumped.
Like
and
you are right now about
yeah,
the birds?
and then like I just shut down. You know, I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm not having fun, so I'm going to sit in the corner and just pout because I
like
want
my
out
kids.
and just wait for my time to pass. But you know, so you had the AJ Brown thing happen, and then you had
I
you know
would love
what?
to go to an escape room back in the day with a little
With the
team
team?
building. Yeah, why not, man?
probably been
Why
cool.
not?
Yeah, you know. But anyway,
Seems
so
to be a double tasting day.
yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So you know, so you had that, and then you had, you know what? Here's another thing and I guess because of my old school nature,
Old school is the best school.
but I'm not a big fan of everybody feeling like you can get in front of the cameras and just curse and say whatever you want to say.
Who's doing that?
I mean, dude, you had, because I mean, at
Sirianni curses a lot.
Oh yeah, all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, all right, yeah, you know, because you had where they one of the reporters asked Jordan Mailata during earlier in the week, and they asked him, hey man, somebody said that that some of the things that you're doing in practice is showing up in games, and Jordan Mailata, who the hell is that? And they had to bleep it out, and so they were like, well, Lane Johnson said that. Oh, okay. And then, you know, he started giggling about it. No, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to really be about that, then you got to be to have that. Like, it's got to be. You know what I'm saying? But when you get out there in the game and you lay it down, that's just, it just does not sit well for me. You know?
So what do you say? He's not taking the criticism seriously, even though it's from his opposition bookend? Is that
I don't know. I don't know. But it sounded like it was fake anyway. You know what I'm saying?
The criticism was fake?
No. That the reply was fake. You see what I'm saying? Where he like, oh man, you know, because he was laughing when he said it. You know, so to me, the response to it was fake. You know, and it's like, look, man, you know, this is real. This is serious stuff that's happening right here. And if your other line mate says that, look, man, some of this stuff is happening and showing up in practice that is showing up in the game, that's real. That's somebody on your team that's saying that. And it is. When you go back and you look at the linebacker play, and I said this last week, that our linebackers always play into the blocks. Yeah, it looks like what you do in practice. Mm-hmm. When offensive linemen get up on the linebackers,
you get the fit.
Yeah, you hug on to the fit, and then you know how defensive players like to do. Like they run up to the running back and they do the little hand motion, like they would lay out. Yeah, like they run up to him and they come in there, I would have racked your ass up.
Run right through him.
Okay, well, it's game time now. What are you doing?
Get ran through.
Hugging on to
I mean, all right.
Hugging on to the line.
Saquon Barkley is no slouch.
Huh?
Saquon Barkley is no slouch.
I'm not even talking about, but they don't even get to the point to tackle Saquon Barkley.
Right.
Because you letting the offensive lineman come up to you and block you and you hanging on to the blocks.
It's almost like, you know how they talk about like really good linebackers having just like ball instincts? or like have a feel of how the play is going to develop.
Yeah.
It's like our linebackers have no instincts.
No,
They're
you
sitting
don't.
there. They're sitting there in their heels, like trying to read what's going on, and then before you know it, they're just absorbed.
But even that, but you don't. When I look at aggressive linebacker play, I see linebackers come up and butt and shed.
Well, it's called the shock technique.
Yeah, you got to butt and shed, and you get rid of that lineman instead of you sitting up there hanging on to the lineman, letting the lineman just work you upfield, and then now there you go, the running back is by you or whatever it is, and then now you got Reed Blankenship, man, and now like you say,
Oh, you mean the chalk dog?
oh yeah, him, so he gets up there, and now hey, here's your time. Chalk dog. Here's your time. You got Saquon Barkley, who you just said is no joke. Hey, man, let's go make that tackle.
Hey,
Stop this touchdown.
to be the best,
Instead,
you gotta beat the best.
he jumped on his back like a damn Louis Vuitton backpack, and he just took him right on into the end zone, touchdown. There you go. Good job.
Louis Vuitton? Not like a JanSport?
Maybe JanSport, whatever you want to go with. But he jumped on his back, and then that was that. It was over. Touchdown. You had another chance where, Saquon Barkley, now that was the one where he ran to the left. Now you had another chance where Saquon
Broccoli.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley ran one to the right, and the linebacker, if we were playing two-hand touch, maybe he would have stopped. Touchdown.
Saquon Broccoli. That made me remember this time that there was a Philly fan that made all these like food puns of us players, and I was Shishka Todd Harriman. So it was like a cartoon of my body, and then like a shish kebab coming up from my head. Shishka Todd Harriman. Saquon Broccoli.
Saquon Barkley, yeah, man. So, yeah. So
I was just trying to make you laugh, dude. You seem real down today.
It's very frustrating, man, because I really wanted this team. I really wanted this team to go out on a high note and be prepared for the playoffs. And to me, I don't think they are. I think right now what you're seeing is a team that is really ready for the offseason.
Well, throughout the season, there's all of these, I think the word is parabolas, where you're going up and down and up and down. And you generally want to be ascending at playoff time.
Yeah.
So that you hit it, and then even second round of playoffs, you're better than the first round of playoffs. And, we are kind of setting ourselves up so it can't get worse than right now. So maybe we start trending of week one, and like I tweeted last night, now it's time to run the table, Trey.
Yeah. Because Slade's like, hey, we're 0-0.
0-0. Yeah, idiot. Everybody is.
I
know what he's trying to say, the mentality.
But of all people, all people.
Yeah, well.
You know what I'm saying? Like, of all people, I don't know, man. It's and then to me, I go back and it's because after the game is over with, you're just starting to read. Oh, my bad. Let's go. Let's go to right now. We have Jake. All right, that's my son's name. That is awesome. It's Jake, right?
Jake.
All right, yeah. And it's a
Tough cursive there.
Yeah, well, I was just making sure that it wasn't something else.
Jockey?
Yeah, jockey. But it's Jake.
Something European.
Something, But this is a Cabernet Sauvignon.
Giacomo.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So this is a cab.
Yeah, so this is your brother, right? Jake? One of your triplets.
One of your triplets.
This is a family of like multiples. It's like multiplicity in this place. Anyway, this has got deer antlers on it, and the reason is that Jake is the best bang for your buck.
Oh, okay.
Not really.
All right.
I don't know exactly what that refers to, but I'm sure we can catch up more detail on that.
Yeah, we'll get a little bit more detail on that. So this is okay. Hold on. Let's take.
What kind of chocolate we doing with this? The heart one. My favorite type.
I like that. The Jake is
This
really
lady, dude.
Yeah.
Multifaceted.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I like how you don't go whole chocolate bite in your mouth.
No, because I want to make sure I have enough to pair it with another sip. Man, adding chocolate to it just changed the game.
You know what? That is a really good wine.
Yeah.
It tastes really full when you first drink it, but then it leaves quickly, so it's not like too
It doesn't linger.
Two big bodies. Yeah. So I would say that's another medium body there. Close. He's like, no. Yeah.
No. But, so I'm trying to think.
Let me ask you this. Since we're kind of all over the place, we're just disappointed.
Yeah. That's what disappointment will do to you. Have you
Scatter
all,
you?
yeah, you have no plan. You just go ahead and you just let it all out.
Do you think if we go down and drop this to Baker Mayfield, what's Sirianni's future? Do you think he's still got another year that he's already won?
How many years is this for?
Third.
This is his third year?
Well, I think it doesn't really matter. You have to go years post Super Bowl win, right?
Well, he didn't win last year.
Oh no, Doug won. Yeah, years past Super Bowl appearance. So I think that I don't know.
So
Because they're still successful.
I mean, this is his third year.
It's what, an 11-win season?
Yeah. Well, no, 10. Well, 11. Yeah. So
11 and 6, right?
Yeah, 11 and 6. So you're still in the playoffs. This is your third playoff appearance in his third year, because I believe this is his third year. So, you know what?
It's crazy to fire a coach after his third year if he made it to the Super Bowl in year 2, right?
If the players aren't responding, if you feel like the players aren't responding, do you make a change? To me, I don't think the players are responding to the message.
Well, here's also another way to look at it is like, if the players aren't responding, you're also going to have a big change of guard after this year, right?
Yeah.
I mean, supposedly, I would think it would seem kind of crazy, and I love all those guys, and I think Kelsey's still producing. I think Kelsey and Fletcher are still producing at a high level, but like, all of those guys, BG, Fletcher, Kelsey, it probably, Lane will still be here, but like, it's tougher and tougher to keep those guys each year.
Yeah.
Just because eventually there's going to have to be a change of the guard, and you would hate to do that and a new coach at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what? To me, if you had to bring someone else in, you would have to bring someone else in that commands instant respect. And so
You mean like a veteran coach almost?
Yes,
Like
somebody that commands respect, because I still
who
think
commands respect that's not out there right now?
I don't know.
You think they go get Bill Billy?
You know
Bill
what?
Billy in Philly?
No one. I guarantee you, no one on that team will be like, hey, you know what? Hey, we didn't win because of Bill. You're not gonna call him by his first name. I guarantee you that. You won't get a quote, because this is what Kelsey said after the game by Zach
Oh,
Berman.
I know this bothers
Oh yeah, it bothers me to my core. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to fix. We got a lot to do better. I mean, it's the worst stretch of performance since Nick has been here. This is, dude, to me, it's a lack of respect when you call him by his first name. And if you don't respect the position, I think that all trickles down.
Maybe he's doing that purposely at this point.
Yeah, maybe, or
It's like down talking,
or
condescendingly talking to your coach. Like,
Yeah,
hey, Nick, why don't
Yeah.
you figure shit out?
yeah, but we're in the playoffs, and now it's one and done. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the worst stretches in Nick's that Nick has had, that has been here since he's been here. You know what? To me, that makes my skin crawl when I hear it. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, I just feel like you need to have someone.
Could you imagine talking to the media and saying Andy?
No, I couldn't. Could you imagine if they bring in a Bill Belichick? That, hey, yeah, man, you know what? We didn't perform up to Bill's standard.
Billy didn't really have us prepared this week.
Yeah. You know what? Hey, yeah, this is the worst stretch under Bill's coach. Like, really? Are you for real? Like, to me, that just
Did Tom Brady call Bill Belichick Bill?
Hell no. I don't think anybody in that office would call Bill,
Yeah,
except for Mr. Kraft.
Yeah.
Do you call Jeffrey when you talk to him? Do you say, hey, Jeffrey?
I don't get a whole lot of conversation.
But I'm just saying, though, anytime you see him, like anytime, because
No, it's Mr. Lure. It's very
exactly,
formal.
because
Dude,
you respect the position.
Well, he's also in a whole different bracket than me.
Yeah, I mean, he can drop a helicopter out, and he and his homies will jump out in some Birkenstocks and high socks and go chill out and go do some stuff. But you know what I'm saying? But you're not gonna call him Jeffrey.
Dude, the fact that different bracket automatically brings a helicopter and Birkenstocks and socks to your brain.
Yes, because you remember when we practiced in New England that time? You remember that? And so Jeffrey flew in the Mr. Lurie flew in.
You just called him Jeffrey.
I did, but just
You're
because
too
we
far
were just,
removed.
Yeah, but Mr. Lurie flew in with his homies, and they landed the helicopter in the middle of the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? And he and his homies jumped out the helicopter.
That might have been before I got there.
No, this was under Chip's rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you remember he and his homies, they came to the practice that time?
I don't remember that.
Yeah. They had the helicopter, they flew it in, they landed it out there in the parking lot.
I was probably worried about getting worked and one-on-ones.
But Mr. Lurie and his homies jumped out the helicopter.
Birkenstocks and socks?
Birkenstocks and high socks. This is how we doing it. You know what I'm saying? Put some
Obvi-
cones out there.
obviously-
I'm about to
okay.
land my helicopter.
Shorts or capris?
I'm pretty sure they, you know what I'm saying? You probably had the, with some pockets on them and everything.
Cargo
Oh, yeah,
Jones.
cargos, just chilling. This is my
Jeffrey is a cargo
Yeah, this
guy.
is my chill out wear. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Lurie out there with some,
We're casual today,
Oh, yeah,
guys.
we're casual. You know what I'm saying? I'm a billionaire. This is what I do. I land my helicopter where I called them and let them know, like, look here, man, put some cones down because I'm about to land this helicopter out here. And my homies and I, we about to jump out, come watch this practice in some Birkenstocks and high socks and chill out.
I hear Jeffrey has a very extensive wine room.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he does.
That maybe we can finagle ourselves into for an episode. If we don't talk so horribly about the organization.
Okay, well, we might need to keep it friendly. I appreciate the watch they sent us. That was cool.
What was that?
Oh, you didn't get the watch? Oh, my bad.
What the fuck? Oh, that must be because you're a jacket bearer, bro.
Okay.
You're in the Hall of Fame, Eagles Hall of Fame.
Okay, yeah, they sent us watches.
It was probably for the Eagles Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it probably was. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with.
They sent it to you for being on Between the Vines?
No, it was a Christmas gift.
Oh, yeah.
You can have mine.
I didn't get that.
I'll give you mine.
You didn't wear your Eagles watch?
I'll bring it to you.
Is it Timex?
I feel like I should share it with you.
I'm going to be honest, I don't want it now. I don't want it. I want another helping of the Jake.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so Baker Mayfield beats us. We're getting ahead of ourselves. But what would be the best scenario for the offseason for you? What's the first address? If we're in the offseason already. We're getting ahead of ourselves. But let's play that game because we don't play right now. We're not players. We can go ahead and
so
think
we can
about the
just say,
offseason.
all right, what's your best scenario going into the offseason?
If you were HR, Howie Roseman, what would you be doing?
You would have to.
Because he just spent an entire offseason getting his back patted about how awesome he was with all of his moves. And dude, they all look like great moves.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily think it's a personnel issue.
I think you have some personnel issues. You have some linebacker issues that need to be.
Well, there's always positions that need to be addressed. But
Yeah.
I don't think he made any bad moves in the offseason is
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So I don't think the hammer falls on him.
I think that you're going to see another defensive coordinator come in. I know that you're going to see
got to.
another
You got to.
offensive coordinator come in. If you're going to keep Coach Sirianni in or
Well,
Nick.
dude, the thing is, it's looking up for Desai.
Yeah, because
He's like sitting back there like, all right,
Yeah,
motherfucker. Like,
okay.
it ain't me.
Yeah, you want to put out
If anything, his stock went up.
Yeah, he was like,
Because he was-
see that? I told you it wasn't me.
I was the D coordinator for what? 10 and
The 10-1.
10 and 4.
Yeah, he was the D coordinator for during the 10-4.
10 and
So he
3.
was like, look, I had more wins than losses.
Yeah.
So you want to make
He's
the
kind
change.
of actually in a solid spot.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I'm cool. I was the D coordinator when we went through a good stretch. Because I think that right now, when you keep dropping Hassan Reddick into coverage,
Well, on that, I know my man Acho pointed this out online, but like he has to be more disciplined in his responsibilities. You saw him drop into coverage, and then you saw the passer get out of the pocket, and then he went after the passer, and then he just completed it right to the guy in the hook zone that he was supposed to be covering.
yeah, but
So like there's discipline issues on the
there are
field.
discipline issues out there, but you're pretty much playing a 4-3 defense against a shotgun formation. and you're going to get picked apart no matter what.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because who plays a 4-3 defense against?
You're saying you need to get a nickel or a dime.
Yeah, play a
package out
nickel or
there,
dime
right?
and let him rush. Don't drop him back into coverage.
Agreed.
Play a nickel or dime.
They'll never see this coming.
Yeah, so you're like, oh, hey, you know what? Hey, you know what? I had a dream, and I woke up with this fantastic idea. Let's run a 4-3 defense against an empty backfield. You're going to get picked apart. You're going to get picked apart. Even when you play Madden, even when you play the Madden video game, you don't play a 4-3 defense against a shotgun formation. Because that's what you're doing.
Well, then you got backers covering slots, which is just
That's
trouble. That's trouble.
You're in trouble. You're in trouble because that's what you're doing.
But aren't they matching personnel versus formation, right? I mean, don't you match personnel? So, like, say, just because if you have, I'm not very good with the personnel like Nate's, but 11 personnel is like one tight end.
Yeah,
right?
one tight end, one running back.
One tight end, one running back. So if you still have 11 personnel, but you flex your tight end and you motion your running back out of the backfield,
we're screwed.
You're still in 11 personnel.
Yeah, you're still in 11 personnel, but you're screwed. You know what I'm saying? Because
because our backers suck.
We got to be the only team that runs a 4-3. Nobody runs a 4-3 defense.
I love how we say we all.
Nobody. Well, because I mean we're Eagles. I mean we play. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's like I got a lot of pushback after not this game but last game. When it ended, I was just like, we suck on Twitter, and my wife was like, don't you want to rethink that? And I was like, no.
Yeah.
I was like, no, we suck.
Yeah.
This is the same way I refer to myself about my golf game. It's like, I suck at golf. Do I have good shots? Yeah, I have great shots.
Yeah.
But I'm not consistent, and I can't link them together.
Yeah.
So that's why I say I suck. It's very similar here.
Yeah.
You know, we're not consistent. We're not linking things together.
No. But we're playing. We suck again. No one plays a 4-3 defense. No one. Everybody plays some version of nickel.
Right.
Everybody plays some version of nickel.
That's what the NFL has evolved.
Yeah, because it's a passing game. But no, not us. We're going to put so you're going to put 5 D linemen out there. So that means that if you're dropping Hassan Reddick, the other 3 guys are going to be the bigger body guys.
No, you said 5 D linemen.
Yeah, because you got Hassan Reddick. Because Hassan Reddick, that's a defensive end, but you're just dropping him into coverage. So the other 4 guys is going to be Sweat, probably Carter.
Well, you have 3 D linemen out there if you're dropping Sweat into coverage. You're not going to have 5 D linemen out there.
Yes, you do, because you got to have because you're going to have 5. You know what I'm saying? So okay, so if you drop Hassan Reddick into coverage, who's going to be your defensive end? It's going to be Carter.
No. Okay, so if you can have 4 D linemen out there and drop one of them into coverage.
Exactly.
Somebody has to take up the responsibility. That's all.
Exactly. But my problem is,
so it's either a D tackle looping out, linebacker coming down, filling the gap that the D tackle is vacating, or somebody else taking contain because you're dropping Hassan.
But when you're dropping Hassan,
when contain was broke, Hassan rushed.
Yeah, but when you're dropping Hassan, you have 3 of those 4 D linemen that are down there are big body guys.
Yeah.
And then you got Sweat on the other side.
Wait. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
2 big D tackles and Sweat. Is what you're saying.
No, you have 3.
So you're saying they were out there with a 5-man front? Or
they have a 5-man front.
So they had Hassan Reddick in a linebacker position?
They had him standing off. You know what I'm saying? So you had him outside. So pretty much that's why I'm saying you're running a 4-3 front. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're not.
Well,
he's not a linebacker. You're running a 5-2, bro.
But when you drop him into coverage,
you're still running a 5-2. You're just dropping your end.
Yeah, but okay, so you're running a 5-2,
which is stupid.
Exactly.
That's short yardage.
It's still stupid. Yeah. Even if you want to call it a 3-4, it's still stupid.
My football knowledge is tiny in comparison to Trey.
I'm just saying,
but I'm a lot of hours in the coach's room.
Yeah,
I never had that experience.
Yeah, but when you drop like that and you have 3 big guys that are supposed to be creating rush for you, even though I love the way, man, Jalen Carter is an animal. That dude is an animal. When you watch him rush, man, oh my God, he destroys guards. I think that he does a really good job of setting up his move and creating pressure extremely quick. But when you have you got Williams, you got my man, the other that I love seeing my number out there, number 72. I don't know his name, but
you like seeing your number out there?
Yeah, I like seeing my number out there.
I don't like seeing my number out there.
You don't? You want to see your number retired? You want to put it in the rafters?
You like seeing your number on defense too?
I don't care. I just like seeing my number in action.
Dude, when I was a rookie, I was a double number. I guess because they weren't sure if I was going to make the team or not. So I was 79, and then there was a defensive 79.
Okay.
And it was actually, they gave it to a guy that I played against in college.
Oh, okay.
And it pissed me off. I'm like,
I'm going to beat your ass, though. And it's going to be my number.
it's going to be my number. And so then now, ever since, I think because I had to like battle for it that way, I wasn't a first round draft pick. They got to go in like, hey, whatever number you want. You know, blah, blah, blah. Like Trey.
No.
Hey, you take
I
the
did
road.
have some options.
You take the road you got.
Yeah. You got to take the road you got, man. You know, and it worked out for you.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
And that was my number. But now I have like and then it became when I was actually 55 in college. And so when I got to the Eagles, I was like, I want 55. That's a guard number. I can be a guard with 55 or tackle, whatever. And they're like, well, that's Donnie Jones' number. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Here, you'll take this number.
Yeah. So here you go.
79A. And so once I became 79, and then Dhani left, there was this moment where I probably could have like stepped in there. And then I was like, well, then I'm going to have to buy all my family members 55 jerseys. And I was like, nah, I'll just leave it at this.
Just stick with it, man. Because really the number doesn't make you make the number.
You're absolutely right about that. But dude, just the double nickel is such a cool number.
It was.
BG's done a great job. And thank God I didn't take it. Actually, if I took it, then BG wouldn't have been 55.
And then he would have had to become something else.
Well, he was 54 when he first got here. Because Stu Bradley was 55.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
In hindsight, I'm glad I wasn't 55. But
Well, 79 was good.
a little peek inside my brain.
Yeah, no, it's good. But I like seeing my number in action. You know? Yeah, it's cool. I like seeing it.
You know what? You know why I don't like it? It's because Brandon Brooks wore it after me, and he was way better than me. And so I'm like, he comes into Philly for like 3 or 4 years and made everybody forget about old Todd Harriman.
It's all good, babe. Because I mean,
no, I love him.
Because I mean, my number, you know, after I left, you know, it went to Cedric Thornton.
Yeah. Who had it for a while.
I love the way Cedric Thornton played.
Ced was a good dude. He was just a hard-nosed baller.
Big V won a Super Bowl in it. You know what I'm saying? So that was cool. I really enjoyed seeing that.
I wish I would have won a Super Bowl in that thing, though.
Yeah, me too. I think we all wish we would have won.
Well, whatever.
But anyway, Hey, what's our wine word of the day?
So today's wine word of the day, we're going to do a little switch up here. It's a little wine misconception of the day. A lot of times people refer to rosés and they're like, give me a rosé, but give me a dry rosé. And that's kind of like I guess a double negative, maybe? No, not a double negative. Anyway, a rosé is generally dry, and that's kind of like an overall umbrella. And if you go under that umbrella and you're looking for something pink and sweet, it's called a blush. And so generally a blush would be sweeter than an actual rosé. And so that's just a misconception a lot of people have. A lot of people go in and say, give me your driest rosé, but that's not on the person's fault. That's just because a lot of people conceive rosés as being a wide range, and generally a blush is a lot sweeter in that range. So anyway, today's wine word of the day is brought to you, wine misconception of the day is brought to you by Birds Nesting, and we will hear from Elizabeth Hermans, the founder and CEO and operator and president and all labels of Birds Nesting right now.
I'm Elizabeth Hermans, founder and president of Birds Nesting. Birds Nesting is a real estate and lifestyle service for incoming professional athletes, coaches, and their families. Moving comes with its challenges and is a big change. Let Birds Nesting help you find the perfect place to live, settle you in and your family with our connections and trusted recommendations. Please visit birdsnestingphl.com for more information. Birds Nesting, for an easy landing.
Birds Nesting.
For an easy landing.
So what do we got here? What's on the label, Trey?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it yet. I was just pouring. It is, this is a Christopher Andrew.
Christopher Andrew.
It's a,
You want me to get that word? Oh,
yeah.
that's a Chamberson.
Oh, Chamberson, okay.
Yeah.
Man, I am terrible with, Chamberson. All right,
I know
cool.
in America, it looks like Chamberson.
You know what? All right, so, and it's, never mind. I'm not
No,
going to
go
share that
ahead.
story.
What do you got? What do you got?
No.
Oh, let it out. Trey.
No, okay, all right. So the first time I was up here, have you ever? This is stupid. So because sometimes you just stay away from words that you don't really aren't familiar with, and so the first time I go to a restaurant, it was Dave & Buster's. It was like my rookie year, So I'm like, hey man, I'm gonna go and order something off the menu.
Was it creamy brulee?
No. So I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm looking at the menu and I'm like, man, you know what? This chicken and bacon quesadillas looks amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really feeling this chicken and bacon with cheese quesadillas.
Hold on. You mean to tell me?
I had never ordered it.
So in Tallahassee, they don't serve.
No,
they don't serve quesadillas.
I had never ordered it. I had never, like I'm pretty sure it was on the menu, but it never caught my eye.
Not a big staple in DeLand.
No. So so my first time, I'm like, all right, hey man, I see it on the menu, and I'm like, and I'm talking to the whoever that was,
shared this with
the bartender, and I'm like, hey man, you know what? Oh yeah, man, that chicken and cheese bacon quesadillas sounds amazing. And he was like,
quesadilla?
He was like, oh, you mean the quesadillas? Oh yes, the quesadillas.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I want the quesadillas. Yes, that's what I want. The chicken, cheese, and bacon quesadillas with sour cream.
I'll also take the jalapeno poperes.
Yes. So that's why sometimes I'm like,
Well, that's probably from your French background.
No, that was just a lack of.
Is there a Q in French?
I don't know, but that was just a lack of exposure. And not knowing.
One thing about coming to the NFL is it definitely exposes you to a lot of different cultures.
Yeah, because you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, when you come out of college, man, you like, shoot, 25-cent wings. Yes, that's amazing.
So is that like was your go-to when you were in college and younger?
Man, nobody,
what made you change when you came up here? Just the chicken bacon ranch?
Well, I just wanted to try something different. It looked amazing. It was like, hey man, it's a tortilla with cheese.
I'm rich now. Let's
I'm gonna splurge. You know what I'm saying? I want this chicken bacon with whatever flour that is coming in. I want some of that with a side of sour cream and whatever that guac is. You know what I'm saying? I want some of that.
You're like, yeah, guac. I want that.
I want that too.
Fancy.
Yeah, but I was like, hey, yeah, man, give me that chicken, bacon, and cheese quesadillas. And they're like, oh yeah, what, the quesadillas? Yes, that's what I want.
Say, okay, got you.
Yeah, no. And so after that,
you had to take that moment to embarrass you?
No, he kind of just, he let me, like, he was like, hey, yeah, what you mean, the quesadillas?
You wanted to make sure you had it right.
Yeah, Yeah. So that was my moment. And then so my wife and I, we went to a theater in Florida one time, and this kid, and he didn't know at the time, and it just reminded me. And so they sold wine in the movie theater, and so we were like, hey man, what kind of wines do you have back there? He was like, yeah, we got
red and white.
Yeah, no, we have the Merlot. We got lots of Merlot back there, and I'm like, all right, yeah, lack of exposure, and it just made me think. It made me think back to my quesadillas, my quesadillas. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna even, don't even worry about it, man. Somebody along the way will let you know that it's Merlot.
So the whole quesadilla thing is why you won't try to pronounce some of these things?
Yeah, sometimes, I because if it's a word that I'm not very familiar with, I just, let me let somebody else say it. I figure it out. Or else I type it in and I do the Google search, and then it'll have like the little speaker, and then I hit the little speaker just so I can hear it. Because
There's no quote on this bottle.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm sharing with you.
I like that. So Christopher Andrew, a man of few words. There's no quote on the back of this bottle.
But that's good.
But
it's Chamberson.
It's a Chamberson. We do like Chamberson.
Yeah, I like Chamberson.
Every time, I'll never forget Chamberson because it's the first grape we ever ate.
Oh yes, at Penn's Woods.
Nope.
No? Okay.
Nope, Blue Cork.
All right.
Blue Cork.
Blue Cork. Oh, yes. Yes, all right. And then my memory sometimes,
The CTEs.
My memory sometimes is a little, things get kind of.
I try to make jokes about that sometimes. My wife doesn't really appreciate that.
No, I don't either, but it's okay.
Okay. My bad.
I let it
I'll
slide.
back off of it.
But we're cool.
What are we working with this chocolate here? These chocolate squares, the final.
Our final chocolate. And I'm sorry, we do heavy pours.
I wish this board was like this long. And there was like
It would be
4 more
amazing.
chocolate.
A lot more chocolate.
They're really good.
You're pairing this with our 70% cacao dark chocolate from straight from Belgium.
Beautiful.
Ooh, I'm Belgian. Of Belgian heritage. I'm not Belgian, I'm American. And pet peeve of mine when people say that.
Say what?
You know how like people are like, I'm Italian.
Oh.
I'm Belgian. No, you're American. You have Italian heritage or Belgian heritage. We're all American. If you're born in the dirt, that's what you are,
Yeah, I feel you.
right?
I guess so. Hey, have you done like the whole like whatever that is to get your genealogy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't. Because I feel like, what's the point?
What do you mean, Fred?
I mean, what's the point? Like, I mean,
Well,
I know.
but I think there's like a
There's no mystery.
but there's like
for
a,
me.
There's like a regional thing you could like pinpoint.
No, I mean, all right. What?
Northern,
Yeah, northern, southern,
Western, Eastern,
what-
Central?
It doesn't matter. There's no surprise here.
and you got no intruders diluting the bloodline.
No, I mean, maybe.
You could be of royalty.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Man, that is.
I mean, there's a lot of people that have Ben Franklin bloods running through them.
Well, I heard he was quite the charlatan.
Yeah, he was. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But like, for
Could
me,
you imagine as powerful those guys were back in the day?
oh, man, yeah, no.
They were like modern day movie stars, right?
Yeah. But yeah, no. So I haven't done any of that.
You haven't done it.
Nah.
Well, mine's a whole hodgepodge,
Oh, that's awesome.
which makes me feel like I'm very American.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's cool.
But mainly like German, Belgian. There's also a little bit of Middle Eastern in there somehow.
Yeah.
But then, you know, they get these whole things that come out and they're like, well,
Yeah.
you just gave your DNA away. Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah, good.
We're going to frame you for crimes in the future.
Yeah,
And I'm
you,
like,
you might have a
they got
distant
me.
relative, or hey, you got, a brother that you didn't know about, or
I just
something.
try to record my alibi every day.
Yeah, no, and that's where I'm like, you know what? No, I'm good. I'm not doing any of that.
Kind of a cool thing. Hey, let's talk about. Did you see Jameis Winston's interview?
Yes. Okay.
Oh, and then the best thing is that Arthur Smith got fired the next day. The Falcons coach
Yeah, coach gets fired
got the axe the next day after Jameis Winston decided himself. Well, not himself.
as a
It
team.
was a team decision.
It was a team
to
decision.
run the score up on the Falcons.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just run the score.
He
up
said
on
we
you.
felt like it was a disrespect to the return if we wouldn't try to put it at that
Yeah,
point.
because I mean, what they returned it back to the 1 yard line or something like that.
And they were supposed to go out there and kneel it.
Yeah, you were supposed to victory. You know what though? I mean, but Jameis is just so hilarious.
I
dude.
love that dude.
Yeah,
I think he's great for the NFL.
Yeah,
I
the
do.
way he talks, his mannerisms, his expressions, it's hilarious.
Well, respectfully.
Yeah, you know,
I mean,
his eyes get all big.
What did you think?
Yes.
Did you think it was a wrong move?
Yeah. Jameis is hilarious.
But during that interview, the funny part was is when he was talking to the reporter. The reporter was like, "Well, you have to play him 2 times each year," and he goes, "Yes, we've already played him twice this year." And he goes, "Well, but then you have to play him twice next year." And then James was like, "Well, what do you think about it?" He was like, "Yeah, you're right."
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we do.
I thought that was funny. Have you ever been in the huddle where somebody out there was trying to like overrule the coach's call?
No, I don't think so.
I remember being in the huddle and just being like, "Man, fuck that. Let's go for it. Let's sneak it.
Yeah.
Like, why are we doing this?" But never like,
Where-
trying to rally and get everybody to outvote the coach.
Yeah. So yeah. Nah, not that I can.
I wonder how that went if Jameis came out there and was like, "All right, you guys want to score?
Yeah.
Or should we kneel on it?" And they're all like, "Let's score."
Yeah, let's score.
Or do you think somebody else, like one of the linemen, was like, "Man, I don't want to kneel on it.
Yeah.
Let's run this in there."
Yeah. And he called it. You know what? The one
I think
time.
as a lineman, you always look forward to victory formation.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an amazing formation. You just step down, you cover your B gap, and then there you go. You cover the A gap, whatever inside gap that
Yeah.
is. And you know what? Hey, let's just kneel it and we're done. I think the only time I've always only felt like, hey man, you know what? Let's do more, is when Chip Kelly's first year when we went out to Oakland and Nick Foles.
So as a coach.
Yeah, as a coach, I was like, you know what? Go for the record. You know what I'm
with
saying?
the-
Like,
yeah,
I,
the-
like
when
I
we were out in
really
Oakland for the
wanted
7 touchdowns or
yeah,
whatever?
I really wanted Nick Foles to break that record, and I was like, hey, go for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I really wanted him to break the record instead of tying it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But anyway, man. So here we go. We got Tampa Bay.
Are you going to Tampa?
Am I going to Tampa? No, I'm not going to Tampa to go watch that. What for? It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be amazing weather.
Get a fish sandwich.
No, I don't like.
You're
fish
from
sandwiches.
Florida?
No.
Not a fish sandwich guy? Fish taco guy?
No,
Not a fish guy.
not a fish guy.
From Florida, not a fish guy.
Yeah.
You stick to the ground beef?
Yeah, I'm a ground beef turkey guy. Basics. Not into the fish sandwiches too much.
Slaughtering a cow this week or next week.
Oh.
Yeah, we get to slaughter.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going
Sounds
down.
like fun.
Well, I mean, I'm not doing it.
No, okay.
No blood on my hands, buddy.
A bit aggressive, but all right. So
You got a lot of questions for him.
yeah, so you're gonna slaughter the cow.
That's a whole nother like half-hour tangent.
Yeah,
Episode.
yeah.
We'll reel it in.
Yeah, be careful, because Peter, man. Once Peter get on your ass, though,
Well-
like it's,
In what aspect?
I don't know.
Just because we're slaughtering cows?
Yeah.
There's all sorts of people slaughtering cows. All sorts of beef farms around here.
Yeah. But all right, yeah, so that's what you got going on. That's cool, man.
Is that what it is? Oh,
Yeah,
we're
take it-
slaughtering these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They've been on my property for too long and they're too fat. It's time to go.
Time to go. Yeah.
Has it really? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, thank you for the correction there.
Yeah.
So, yes, we are taking them to the green pasture in the sky.
That's cool. All right. Yeah.
Where they
like,
will have as much grain and grass as they would like to eat.
Yeah. Because we raise cattle on our property too down in Florida. We have someone that does it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not, Like when my dad was doing it, he would become a little too attached to the cows and they became pets.
Well, that was always something that, the family was a little worried about.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. We have a female, a heifer.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be on the farm for like 10 years just kicking out babies, right?
And you have
And
a
then
bull.
she just had a baby,
Mm-hmm.
which is another heifer. So now we'll be able to double time the babies. And those 2 cows, like our first baby on the cow, will be around for, 10 years, 11 years, something like that. So that's, I think, a little settling to my wife and kids. So.
Have the kids named them?
No, I tell them that they come with names.
Okay.
I can just keep the genealogy
Okay.
names. So
Okay.
like they're all named after their sire.
Okay. So the
Bull.
kids don't go out there and just like, hey, Nick.
Nick's roast beef.
Yeah.
Damn it, freaks out up. No,
Okay, cool.
nothing cute, dude.
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully we put it off against Tampa. Do I think we will? No.
I'm gonna go ahead and be your optimistic Eagles fan right here.
I hope we do.
I think that we have plummeted and we have hit rock bottom. So the only place to go
Okay.
from here is up, and it is going to be on the parabola to the Super Bowl. We're gonna run the table.
Okay. I hope for that. Do I think we will? No.
It'd just be exciting.
Yeah. I hope they do. I really, in everything in me, I hope.
So it's a Monday night game too.
It's a Monday night game. So you have what? All right, so you're probably going to give them today off. So everybody has today off.
Hell no.
Oh, yeah. I mean, dude, you just pulled everybody. You pulled everybody.
Yeah, exactly. They got yesterday off. They don't need a day off.
Nick is going to give them the day off because the players are saying, hey, look, we need some time.
You know what I would do if I was Coach Sirianni? Here's the pivot I would make. Listen, guys, I want to be your boy. I also want to be your head coach. Quit calling me Nick. Call me Sir because it's short for Sirianni, and it's also It's also like a higher ranking. You're being respectful, calling me sir. So it's not like calling me Sirianni. And if anybody, in your mind, you'll be calling me Sirianni by calling me sir. But everybody else, like the media and stuff, will think that you're showing like vast amounts of respect to me by calling me sir.
Okay. And
That's the change I would make.
And who are you going to get to do that?
I would walk to Kelsey and say, listen, next time you talk on the radio, you're gonna have to refer to me as sir. If you want one more year for $15 million.
And that's not going to happen. That is not going to happen. Now, this is the problem. And this is interesting. Who's going to make that call to say, all right, Kelsey, it's time? Who's going to make that call?
I think they're waiting on Kelsey to make that
Kelsey
call.
has to make that call. And
he basically got the franchise, but
because Kelsey can say, look, man, you know what? Hey,
I want to run it back. I got one more in me.
I got one more in me.
I feel bad about last year. I just had this.
I can't leave
hunger.
like this. No one's going to say.
Like, sorry.
No one's going to say, no, we're not bringing you back, Kelsey.
Well, and not just because he is who he is, but he's not like underproducing. He's not a liability out there. Like he's played. He played a Pro Bowl season.
Yeah, I thought he played well. I thought that this was one of the better years that Kelsey has. I thought that he's done extremely well. I think that there are some issues that he has, but you can't criticize him because he's bulletproof right now.
I mean, if you think about it, their entire offensive lines. Did you guys ever have everybody in the Pro Bowl? I remember there was one year I made an alternate, and so that was probably our best year of having everybody.
That was like 2004?
Nah,
I think our 2004
like
year,
the Super Bowl year.
Yeah, we had quite a few of us because it was me, Mayberry, and Ryan that went in, and then
Hank was maybe an alternate or something.
Possibly, I don't know, I don't remember, but yeah.
Dude, they're all. Wait. So. Kelsey Lane and Jordan. No, Kelsey Lane and Landon are all first team.
Yeah, first team.
Right?
Then you got Jordan, alternate.
And Cam are both alternates.
Yeah.
Right?
So you might have a situation where all of them. And so here's a problem.
I think it's warranted.
Yeah. So here's the problem that Joy Mailata is dealing with is because you have between Lane and then you got Trent Williams and then who was the third tackle that went in? Because they're only going to take three, and I don't know.
Right?
No, yeah, I don't know. What
Tyron Smith, was it?
I don't know. Probably so. It might be Smith.
Well, dude,
but when you're in a situation
that left
like
guard that plays next to Tyron is going to be nice.
Yeah, I like him because his name is Smith too. Yeah,
right?
But I don't know who the NFC.
Those unique names, dude.
Yeah, NFC Pro Bowl tackles. 2024. It's Penei Sewell. So those are
Detroit.
Yeah. So player. Those are the three tackles, and I don't see him going anywhere anytime soon. So with Joy Mailata, it's always going to be you battling for that third spot. And with Sewell stepping into the game, everybody's going to be battling for that third tackle. That's kind of like how when we were coming up, it was always Walter Jones, Orlando Pace, and then it was always me, Flozell Adams, and Chris Samuels that was battling for that third spot. So
yeah, because Orlando's in there.
No, Orlando Pace is going to be in there. Walter Jones, he could play 6 games in the season. He's going to be a Pro Bowler. So we're all battling for that third spot.
Yeah,
so
how about the center mess yesterday? It's like Cam's supposed to be the backup center, but he wasn't healthy enough to when Kelsey went out to be the backup center. So then they made Landon keep playing to play center, and then Landon got banged up, and then they were thinking oh man, Kelsey might have to go back in.
Yeah, he got poked in the eye. Something was wrong with his eye.
Yeah, well, you never had to deal with that. You always had the visor.
Yeah, I always wore a visor. Yeah.
Did you wear a visor in college too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Explain that to me. Hard to breathe or no?
No, I didn't have a problem with it.
Well,
because
have you ever had it without it?
No, I never played without it.
Not even in high school?
Oh, well, in high school, but I don't remember high school. But in college, it was just, you know what? One of the things that was cool about it when we played at Florida State is that we all had mirror visors, so that they didn't want us looking, because they always taught us to look at who you're blocking. So the reason that we wore mirror visors
couldn't see
is
where
that
you
so
were.
they couldn't see us. So
You would look at the detachable.
yeah, they
and
want
be
you to
like
keep your head
side-eyeing
straight,
the
but then
DA.
side who you're going to,
Yeah.
you know. So we wore mirror visors, but then
I had an offensive line coach that played at Mercyhurst College, and they all did that, like the mirrored visor thing.
yeah, I thought
Sounds
it,
awesome.
yeah, and then like once you wore it, I
just
just
get used to it.
yeah, I thought it looked cool, and then until
Definitely look cool.
yeah, until the league.
And then you had to have the clear one.
Yeah, then you had to start wearing the clear ones because you had to have some kind of prescription to start wearing the dark ones, and then now everybody wears whatever you want to wear
Yeah,
now.
exactly. Whatever you
Yeah.
want. It's just a freestyle out there. Anyway, we're going to speak to the winemaker coming up here in 2 seconds.
Yes.
All right, we are here with Chris McTire, the winemaker here at Salem Oak Vineyards. And dude, we've been tasting all your wines, and they're amazing. You do a great job. Obviously, the chocolates help. They elevate.
I can't take credit
Well,
for
chocolates elevate any experience, really.
Yeah, the chocolates was amazing. I enjoyed the chocolates with the pairing of the wines. It was something totally different from what we're used to.
Yeah.
And it was an awesome experience.
Well, why don't you explain to us a little bit about your entrance into winemaking? Because I know it wasn't really
Yeah,
planned.
no, nothing's planned. It's kind of like the wines too. Hey, just go where it takes you. But just coming from the finance background, tired of always just pushing keys on the keyboard. It's always very entrepreneurial. Found an opportunity to get into more of a lifestyle business. I'm not the type that you want to start a business, start a product, and then it consumes you. I'm like, man, lifestyle, being outdoors, being around people, engaging in conversation. And so this winery was up for sale. We came, met an incredible family, and then decided to kind of volunteer and see if this was something that I wanted to do, and picked up a book on wine chemistry. It was just a handshake. I ended up, after working finance all day, spend all hours at the night working in the back, reading the book, being like, all right, this is what I got to do, this is what I got to do. And a couple months later, we came up with the first wines, and we actually decided to, instead of me buying it, we decided to partner and launch the business. And we've kind of never looked back. It's always a slog, but man, it's a labor of love. So.
Yeah.
So you basically saved this farm from being sold.
I don't know. It's such a team
She
effort.
nodded. She nodded, dude. Single-handedly.
It's such a
strong
team
hand.
effort. I think it was just, hey, I'm gonna do what I like to do. I want to be in the back room creating. If you guys run the tasting room and be that family presence,
Perfect storm.
we got the perfect combination. We got the right people in the right seats. Makes it work.
That's awesome. So you were the namesake of the last wine that we had, right?
Yeah, they finally made me put my name on one. It was kind of. Actually, I think they
What do
just
you
put my
mean? You didn't want it? Dude, hey, if you guys want to put a Todd bottle out there, feel free.
Yeah.
I'm
If you want to
game.
put a tray
or a
between the
Todd and
vines,
tray.
we'll
come over here, taste all sorts of
Hang out,
blends, pick the one we like, which might be more than one. But-
How many acres do you guys have here?
5 on site.
Okay.
Oh, so you guys actually have more acreage, like not here directly?
Yeah, one of the things about New Jersey is that because of the requirements, you have to have a certain percentage that you produce. So there's a lot of wineries. It's
Hoops
kinda
to jump
hard
through, right?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get access to enough grapes. So we have to go out. We have to partner with other vineyards, contract with them to either like lease the space, plant, or rent the space. Yep.
So this is the triple twin. It's a strawberry wine. This is what we're going to be drinking. It's very cold, generally served chilled, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about this wine.
So it's actually, we got the strawberries from Portia Strawberries. They're a farm right down the road, probably less than a mile away.
Jersey grown.
Jersey grown. That's where kind of the garden fruit. It's just different.
Wow, the fragrance on this is crazy. I can smell it right over from Trey's
I
glass.
think that was the biggest thing when we first made the strawberry wine. Is like, wow, you think it's going to be like overproduced and like you're not going to smell strawberry. It's like, it's just alcohol. It's not going to be. But when we got done with it, we're like, oh wow, it still smells like a bowl of strawberries. And then we made it a little bit higher in alcohol, and you're like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
We get done with
There's
this.
a little
It sounds
bit
like a
of
party.
Yeah, there you go.
It's all 100% strawberries. strawberries don't get up to like, in order, like you want to get to a certain alcohol level to really like create balance with the wine.
So is that because
we
grapes
had
have more sugar than strawberries do
they'll have a
generally?
higher, sugar concentration.
Okay.
So the unique thing is that the grape berries will also have more juice, so that have like more water content in them. So with the strawberries, we'll harvest the strawberries, and then you have to like, add water. So you have to get some volume, because you're just not going to be able to like.
Do you add local water to that?
It's local water, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
100% Petrotown water.
Hey, what was so do you add sugar to it to like so what was that called? We just did that last week for our word, right? Chapelization, right? Yeah.
All
So
right,
you
there
actually
you go.
do that to this wine.
Yep. And that's where
Perfect.
like, remember all those calculus classes, those math classes where you have to like calculate the blend percentages and stuff like that, and that's one of them where you want to get it right? If you add too much water, if you add too much sugar, it can affect the composition.
So how long did it take to get it right?
Actually, it was pretty quick. Just got it right the first time. To produce a strawberry wine, you can do it in like 6 to 10 months.
Yeah.
Whereas like some of the red wines you tasted, that's like a year and a half, 2
Right.
years. Like you start out, you never know how it's going to turn out. You get to 2 years, you're like, I did that wrong. So
Okay.
The last 2 years are almost a waste.
Right. Well, learning process.
Yeah.
Never a waste if you learn from it, right?
This is like a quick feedback loop where you're like, all right, that worked, or I can make some tweaks. And like the interesting thing here is, I want it to be at a certain alcohol percentage to like have some structure to the wine, but then you affect the experience with the wine based on like how much sugar you add. Like there's a target level of acidity that we want to get to where you feel or you can smell the aroma of the strawberries, but if I increase the sugar concentration, like that smell diminishes.
Yeah.
So you're constantly
Gotcha.
like playing
It's a
this
balance.
game, like I really want the strawberry smell, or no, my customers like it sweeter. So you're trying to like, you have this like give and take, you're trying to thread a needle.
So generally your customers love this.
Yeah.
This is award winning, right? You guys
Yeah,
crushed it?
2019, got the award for the strawberry wine.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome, man.
That's awesome. I don't know if I've ever had a strawberry wine. Maybe in my grandpa's basement I did.
Oh, okay.
He also made dandelion wine, which
I've had people come in, they're like, people do, they come in and like, oh, you gotta try this, and I'm try a dandelion wine. I'm like, man, I can't ever see myself.
you don't want to try to make
You
it?
want to try and do this? I'm like, no, let's stick to the basics.
Why not? It's just so bitter. And,
Let's make this work. I'm like, you can't add enough sugar to that. For me to drink
my grandfather definitely didn't.
Yeah. Cool, man. Well, I'm looking forward to trying it, man.
We're also grubbing on some peanut butter chocolates here.
Yeah,
It's milk
we've
chocolate,
got,
right?
Some milk chocolate with peanut butter inside. Trying to create that nice like peanut butter and jelly.
Dude, this smells like.
And then see,
With some
now, you just said the
strawberry.
peanut butter and jelly. Like I only make a peanut butter and jelly with strawberry.
Well, the funny thing is when
with
the funny thing
strawberry and
is
jelly,
when
you
you
know.
brought out the chocolate peanut butter, I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know about that. And then you
Yeah.
just said peanut butter and jelly. I was like, well, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah. Because I only make peanut butter and jelly with strawberry jam.
You ever mess up and put raspberry?
You don't do great?
No.
Dude, I love it right
I only
there.
do gel. I only do strawberry.
I had raspberry on a PB&J once. It was a horrible thing.
You guys stop. You guys are just very picky with your jellies.
I'm very particular.
That is
That makes a difference.
That is awesome.
that is delicious.
Yeah.
So generally, when would people drink a strawberry wine? Is that like a relaxing or does it matter on the person? Is it like
Honestly,
an after drink wine, like a dessert wine
They would
kind
call
of?
it more of a dessert wine. I think you're like keeping it in the traditional sense. It's more of a dessert wine.
Because it tastes like dessert. It's really good though.
But it's not crazy sweet, though.
It's not crazy
not-
sweet. It's where
no.
you'd be like, oh, I can only have one more sip of this.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You start to feel it rush in your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's good. I like it. It's not overly sweet, but you can definitely taste the strawberries, smell the strawberries in it. But it's very enjoyable. I like it.
So you're a big peanut butter guy? Because you just went one bite for the peanut butter.
Yeah, I did too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I broke it in half, just so I can, and come back with another one.
Good.
That's awesome.
That's
man.
peanut butter and jelly right out of the nose. Do you have any more of those chocolates?
Yeah.
No, I'll do some more of those.
Yeah, that was good. I like that. Yeah.
You want some more?
Yeah, I'll have some more.
Yeah.
I don't open it very often.
Oh,
That's
okay.
unreal.
Yeah, that
How
is.
that tastes with that peanut butter
Yeah,
chocolate.
it is.
It's literally like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah. No, that is good.
Wow.
Wait.
Oh.
Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about making wine?
The freedom and the creativity and like the feedback, right? It's you can produce something. It's kind of like a labor of love. It takes a while. You never know how it's going to turn out. You try and do the best you can. Most of the time, the wine makes itself, and it's kind of like do less. If I have to do too much, you know, it's like over processed.
Wreck it.
Yeah.
And then it's really cool to like come out here, and before we like put something in a final bottle, we'll sit with our customers, like our most regular customers, and be like, hey, come over, we're doing a final blend. And then it's kind of like a whole spectrum of like the final blends, right? Like 50-50, 70-30, 60-40, and then being able to like interact with the customers and they kind of guide the final decision.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think the first time I produced the strawberry wine, I'm like, oh man, this is very complex. I'm going to use less sugar this time because I know this is a really high quality. Man, the customers were like, what did you do wrong? What did you do?
Really?
And I'm
He'll
like,
let you know.
You gotta listen to the customer.
Yeah.
What the customer likes, that's the best version of that wine.
Well,
That's awesome.
that's one thing I was going to ask you is like when you're in the winemaking process, like how hard is it to like accept some feedback, but then also like look at people like you don't know what you're talking about?
I think I actually find people who like come in and are more like snobbish in like their presentation. I find like more like that's more off-putting than people who just don't know and are like wanting to learn and experience something. So I can like appreciate that.
It's more of a raw opinion
Exactly.
rather than a comparative opinion where they're comparing it to something
like,
else.
Secret out of the bag. If I have someone who comes in here and you know they're either like giving your bartenders like a hard time, saying like, oh well, like this, and they're just trying to like show their knowledge and experience.
Yeah.
Like, all right. So what I like to do with people that like come in here like that is I'll turn around and be like, oh, would you like to do a blind tasting? Right? And I'll turn around, I'll pour the same bottle in both glasses, and then I'll be like, okay, like, you know, which one's the cab, which one's the low?
So you kind of make them tell on themselves.
And
I'll
then-
expose you. I'll expose you.
I like
fool.
that.
Yeah. So then they're like, oh, this is a Merlot because this is medium bodied, dark and rich, and like soft tannins, right? And I'll be like, okay, well, what's the other one? They're like Cab Sav because I can tell this one is like definitely full bodied, more rich, complex. I'm
And
like,
then you'll be
okay.
like, you're
I'm
wrong.
like, you're right, and then I'll just like leave, but I know that
I got
they
you.
didn't understand what they were talking about.
And that's one of the things that I just,
basically give them a little knowledge.
that's been awesome about this experience is just like, people need to just let down their guards and just go and enjoy the wines.
Yep.
Like, don't try to be a wine snob. Just go in and just enjoy the wines. You never know what your palate is going. You never know what you're going to like. Just relax.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be a wine snob.
No, I'm not.
Like, I'm trying to be accurate. So when I'm sitting here describing it, I'm like looking at the winemaker and I'm like, and they're like,
No,
or
just
they're
go
like,
and enjoy the wines.
You're way off on that one.
Just relax.
I think the other thing too is like, just let the wine make itself and let people have their own experience with it. Because
Everybody's different.
everyone's different, and I'm never going to be like a sommelier that can tell you, oh, this tastes like a rainforest floor. I'm like,
But
no, I'm not out there looking rainforest floor. I'm not.
Yeah, what is that?
That gets so complex into it. It's like
Mossy.
every person has their own has their own experience with the wine, and they're right. It's what they're
Right.
experiencing. It's what they know. It's like based on their experiences. They're like, oh, this tastes like barnyard. I'm like, all right, I don't know what that tastes like.
Yeah.
But if you do, then
All right, cool.
this is your experience.
interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to stay out of the farm.
Yeah. Maybe you need to stay at the barnyard,
I'm like, that wasn't what I was going for. when I
Expand
made
your
that.
palate.
Do you guys do events and stuff here?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we do everything from weddings to corporate gatherings to birthdays, engagements, baby showers, everything.
It's cool.
Julia, assistant winemaker and the chocolatier.
Yeah.
She had her wedding here.
And Baker.
Oh, everything. Baker,
Yeah,
the whole
she's
gamut. I think the biggest thing
Many
is
a hats.
we do so much here. Just a very entrepreneurial family, and just try to make everyone that comes in here feel like family, feel like a part of it.
That's awesome. Well, I know that if you come here, there's like layers and layers and layers upon stories. Even the bar has a story, you know, each wine has a story. And that's I think what can draw people, because you're not just going to come here to drink wine, you're going to come here for a history and a story. And it's like, it's all good stuff.
I think if you look at our story, it's just working all day in finance and then working all night creating. It's like that like dichotomy of being able to like fully express like what you like to do.
So are you the winemaker and CFO?
No, so Julia's twin brother Matt is the CFO.
Matisse.
Yep. It's like I'm doing finance all the time. I like to just
Right.
This is my creative outlet. You know, he does the general manager, CFO responsibilities, and then her mom Mandy is just like the hostess with Moses.
That's awesome.
Okay. Just that home feel, that home personality, and you know, we all don't overlap in our skill sets, so we all have something unique. And Julia's like been my right hand since day one. She was spending all those late nights just sitting on the top of the tank, just talking to me while I'm back there by myself. She was just soaking everything up, and now she can do everything just as well. So
That's awesome, man. Well, congratulations. The wine is great. Keep kicking ass, you know. Cheers to you. Thanks for having us out.
Thanks for having us
It's
out.
been awesome. The wine's great.
appreciate it.
Look forward to next week in the playoffs where the Eagles get back on track.
Yeah,
And
hopefully.
we start hitting that crescendo.
There you go.
Crescendo.
There we go.
I like that. All right, cool.
Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys later.